so this is underneath the brake pedals. Basically, like, I closed this right now. Sorry, I couldn't show you. Okay, just give me 1 second so I can probably give you a hint. I don't want to take this whole thing down because I'm a tall person and big hands, so it's hard for me to. But basically, like, this is your brake pedal. Just follow it up, and it goes up over here. And there's like a switch. So you take out the switch, and you just you take out the switch and you make the connection by using the same way you made the horn connection. You make all your connections. You're going to use the orange foot brake wire to intercept the brown gray wire of the brake pedal, and intercept it properly. That is a really tight space, so make sure you do it properly, because if it's not a good connection, then the car still won't start, because you need to press the brake pedal in order to push start the car. So be sure you connect it properly. So once that is done, so you're gonna have to put it back in, make a good connection. And the next one is gray positive door trigger. Now this is one, I didn't really use this one, but I believe this was for the central locking system, like over here, to use, like, this locking system over here, or the dome super, I don't know which one is the dome supervision one, when your all lights turn on the whole car. So I wasn't really sure of this, but so I really didn't use this, but it's up to you if you want to experiment with this one. So these are the ground, black ground, white one is for the GPS, same thing, don't need it. So these I just cut them out, because I definitely know I'm not going to use it. So this is the blue one. Oh, so the blue black is for the negative trigger. So our doors are positive door triggers, so we don't really need this. So I basically wrapped it up. I didn't cut it because I wasn't sure, but we're not going to use this, the blue black wire. Blue wire is for the fuel pump wire. So that's the black, yellow, black, or the black wire in the, well, it's supposed to be in over here, this one. But I made the connection, and it wasn't starting the car, because this is really necessary. Like, once the car starts, and if it doesn't get the proper connection from this, it's gonna start and then it's gonna shut off, because it's not getting, the fuel pump is not being activated. So that wire, the blue wire, what I did was I made a connection to the positive 12 volt wire. So you're gonna have to, it's either you can connect it over there, or you could connect it like over here. It mentions that is recommended, okay, to put, if you cannot find those wires, please connect it to the 12 volt wire or tack wire. So this is basically called the tack wire, which I used over here. It's on the diagnostic one, the diagnostic port, but it didn't work somehow. So I'm gonna really close this connection, and I connected to the 12 volt instead of that. So I don't know, try it, or you just use the 12 volts to make it easier. So trunk wire, so that one, okay, so trunk release wire. So this one, our trunk is positive trunk release, so that's good for us. So basically the positive trigger, it's over here, it shows, our trunk is negative trigger, so we're using this one. So this green wire goes to the output of the trunk, the gray brown, to the release switch, which is this one. So basically you're gonna have to take this out, and inside is also gonna be it's gonna be latched on. So the switch, you have to take out the switch and just make the connection, same as the brake pedal or the horn wire, either one, it's same process. Take it out, you make an interception, and you connect it. And this one, for the horn wire, you're gonna take the purple wire and use it as a ground. So I basically took it out and I put it over here. So right here, you see this one, so the purple wire, I used the common ground, which was going from here to the chases. Okay, so this one is pretty much, you can understand, this one we don't need, so we're gonna insulate it separately. So this we got good, and the next one is, yeah, this one needs, like those black wires or everything ground you're gonna use, it needs a good ground chases. Okay, so use anything like metal, or if you like over here, like this thing is like metal, so sorry, like this thing over here is all metal. I could have latched it on over here, but I just instead went over here. Everything was more central and closer, so I used this one. I drilled it and I placed it over here. Everything is plain and simple, but you could use any point, your own preference, as long as it's metal and it's good ground. So yeah, like this one I already showed you for the horn, the pink one, connect with a negative power. So I got this, and this one I wasn't really sure, like the siren one, if it's the siren or a horn, but I mean it's working. I'm getting the sound and everything seems okay, so I didn't really bother doing more experimentation on this. So, but you could try if you wanna, I don't know, see, but as long as it's working. So this is the dome light wire. So for this, you don't, like, you have two wires. Basically, this one basically is, you have two wires for the connection for the door, the negative trigger ones. But if you want the dome light supervision, then you don't need to connect the door wire trigger. So basically you can just connect this gray positive door trigger wire to the blue white this trigger, and then connect it to the dome light wire in your vehicle. But basically it was looked like the tedious process, and I wasn't really a fan, you know, of dome light supervision, so I really skipped the gray and this, and then I had to go all the way from the central, so it looked tedious to me, so I just basically skipped this part, and I just used the regular two wires, which I'm going to show you in the later on how it worked. And the next one is the engine start push button. So yeah, it tells you how many different kinds, but you don't really need to look at it. So I'm using this one. This is my key fob, and so the arm, the disarm, and this is for the trunk release and the start button. Okay, let's move on. So over here, like they're telling you, so the steering lock. So basically I could have just, I didn't know better, so what I did, I basically drilled a hole over here. Let me see if you can see, right here you can see the hole. So I drilled the hole, so there was a spring inside. You can see a couple of videos online that how to drill a hole and take out, you know, now it doesn't lock. But now I realize that I should have not drilled it. I could have just, you know, since I'm ordering extra key, and not from the dealer, you know, just online, any eBay key, which is similar to my key, and just get it and get the key cut, and which I could just stick it in over here, because I need the key anyway to release this this problem that I showed you, that this for the car to go from parking to drive, because it's stuck, because there's a mechanism. So I need a key anyway. So basically you could skip by drilling it, because you're gonna need a key anyway to unlock the steering, and then again to dislodge this from, so you can go to parking and to drive, or else you can't drive the car. And plus what I did over here was, like, you can see, like, when I'm gonna close this thing, it's gonna be sitting like this, so it's gonna be like, looks like a OEM kind of thing. So I kind of like this, I glued this part to the main original ignition part, so you know, I don't have like to make a separate hole or somewhere. It's totally up to your preference, but I liked it like this, like kind of give it like an OEM, or like, you know, it was like factory thing that to give it a good look. So I made it like that, and this tells you how to program it and everything. So, and this we can skip since we're already using immobilizer bypass, so we don't have to worry about that. This is the door trigger, so this is the one which we're using, a positive trigger with 3 wires. So next page. So basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna use the white wire and the white black wire. So white lock, and this one is unlocked, and this you're gonna twist them together and like make it easier. Twist them together and connect it to a single 12-volt constant wire, either the red wire or, you know, whatever coming out like a 12-volt constant. So you need to use these two as that, and this over here, like you can see, so one of them is lock and the other one they're tied. So the other one over here, they're tied together, is the unlock. So what I did, I didn't have enough wire because these are not that long. So, and for this part, this is gonna be a little hard, because then you're gonna have to take this panel off and you know, take everything off. There's videos online how to take this off, door panel off, and you're gonna have to intercept this. This thing comes out, and there's a harness over here for the door lock and unlock. The wires which you're gonna use are they're on that cheat sheet that I showed you. I just don't remember. I think for the lock, okay, for the lock it's gonna be white black. Oh, sorry, for the lock it's gonna be blue red, and for the unlock it's gonna be white black.